Mike, Penn State just beat Iowa, and they have Ohio State this weekend. The way they beat Iowa, I mean, Iowa is a well-coached team that usually will come at you. And there's been other times where this will be a great matchup, and Iowa just takes it to them. I mean, I remember thinking a couple of years ago, it was an 8 o'clock game in Happy Valley. Darryl Clark's the QB, and Iowa just smacked them. This was Penn State smacking them. You could see the weight program working. They kept carrying off Iowa Hawkeyes. And offensively, I've never seen Matt McGloin look so good out there. It looked like it was a practice as opposed to playing in front of a hostile crowd in Iowa.
Yeah, the contrast between the history of Penn State and Iowa, like you're saying, and this game was so dramatic that it was almost funny. I mean, this was the best game Penn State has played, all things considered, on the road in front of what wanted to be a hostile crowd. Penn State didn't give them the chance to be. Offensively, this is when you look at the material that he's working with. He is Bill O'Brien. And what they've done with this offense, it's almost a miracle. I think it's as good a coaching job as I've ever seen anywhere at any level in any sport. The defense you thought would be pretty good, and it has been. I think it's even been maybe a little better than expected. But they're not doing dramatically different things on defense. On offense, it's a completely new world, and nobody has figured it out yet. And Ohio State gets their shot at it this week.
I'm going to talk about Ohio State in a moment, but I've got to mention this Iowa game. First of all, what impressed you the most from that win against Iowa, which it was 24-0 at halftime, and boom, 2 plays and a kickoff. Later, they're up in the 30s, and these guys just shutout going for the 3 quarters.
I think the single most impressive thing was Matt McGloin. The progress he has made, even from a year ago, is just unbelievable as a decision maker, as a guy who can look down the field and understand what he sees and make the right decision and deliver the ball, which is what quarterbacking is. You can be a limited talent if you can do those things that I just described, and he's getting better and better and better at doing it. He is becoming a mobile quarterback in the way that Tom Brady is a mobile quarterback. Quick feet in that small area and move a little bit and buy some time for yourself. Pretty impressive.
He's a walk-on, former walk-on, doing what he's doing out there, putting up the best numbers in the Big Ten as far as quarterbacks go.
Right.
You look at Kyle Carter, a 2-star tight end out of high school, redshirt freshman, didn't see any action last year. Lehman, who's
Matt
this?
Lehman, yeah.
Matt Lehman, tight end, walk-on as well. Look what this coaching staff is doing. So Bill O'Brien is a sharp individual, but he hired good coaches, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, and part of the reason that they're there is that he's there. I mean,
Sure.
so there's a
horse in the cart.
There's a connection there. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. They are doing it with, on paper. I mean, they have no skill position players who contributed last year. You could say Bill Belton in the Wildcat a little bit, but that's a different role than he has right now, a different position than he's playing right now. And even the offensive line, they did not return a lot of starts on the offensive line, and the offensive line has become terrific. And that probably is the area where the weight program has manifested itself most.
Bill Belton, you mentioned him. His biggest contribution last year was probably the Ohio State game where he played the wild card and they got the win against Ohio State. The Buckeyes come into Happy Valley. It should be a phenomenal atmosphere. I think these fans are looking forward to a game like this.
Oh,
this is
yeah.
a chance to
Sure.
sort of, this is their bowl game. You know, this could really be it for them.
In a sense, it is, yeah.
What do you take? What are you looking for from Penn State on Saturday? What are some of the keys to them getting a win? And a big win. Well, I'm thinking 63-14 like it was back in 94 when I was there.
Wow. Well, I think they're going to be able to score. Ohio State is not great defensively, and their back seven, their linebackers, their secondary, are a little shaky. So I think they're going to be able to score, might really be able to take advantage of the tight end against Ohio State. The thing is going to be keeping Braxton Miller, Ohio State's quarterback, keeping him corralled, keeping him from going nuts. And, I think they have a decent chance to do that with Gerald Hodges and Mike Motti and company.